Richard Elliott has been gathering information on this. And Richard, you just got some new information.
Yeah, we found out that those three department heads, GBI, DPS, and GMA, they are all physically on the scene now. This is Colonel Bill Hitchens, Chris, he's with the Georgia State Patrol, Chris Stallings, who is the GMA director, and GBI director, Chris Hosey. They are all now on the scene helping to coordinate the efforts there at Appalachia High School. Also got a text from the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. They are very concerned about moving forward from this tragedy, some of the emotional trauma and emotional distress that people have. They wanted to remind people in that community that if they are experiencing this emotional trauma, emotional stress, there is a hotline available for them. Simply dial 988, and they have trained professionals on staff, on the phone, who can help talk out or direct them to where they may or may not need to go. So the state of Georgia concentrating on what is happening now, but also trying to concentrate on the days and weeks ahead. Fred?
Richard, if you can go back over that again, mention that hotline again and what it is exactly, because this is a traumatic situation for a lot of people to have to go through. One more time, please.
Yeah, it's emotionally scarring. Even if your child or your loved one was not involved in what happened, they are still somewhat involved. It happened to their school. It happened to their community. There is emotional trauma. There's emotional scarring. So the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities has a hotline already set up to handle any emergencies like this. You simply dial 988. That's all, 988, and they have trained professionals on the other end. They can help you deal with it. They can help direct you to where you need to go and help you deal with all that's happened.
And Richard, I know this is very early information, but do we have a sense of where they might set up sort of a temporary headquarters or command center to deal with all the coordinating that needs to happen? Is it at the school? Is it at a sheriff's department? Do we know at this point?
I don't know at this point. I know a lot of times they like to let the local law enforcement agencies, usually the county sheriff's office, handle things like that because they know the lay of the land, they know the best location. They generally like to have a command post on scene, not at the, let's say, the Barrow County Sheriff's Office, which may be some miles away. So my guess is that it'll be some type of command post on scene, and they'll be able to do the coordinating from there.
Channel 2's Richard Elliott with the latest on the state response, which is very substantial so far. In just 2 hours, they have sent the heads of 3 major agencies, GBI, DPS, and GMA, to that scene to help with the coordination that needs to happen now as local police also work on the investigation.